What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I know that I am because I am super stoked for this video. I've been wanting to make an EDC video for so long. I really got into EDC probably a year ago. I bought my first pocket knife, and since then it's just been soaring. It has been a very expensive hobby. I didn't think that I'd get this into it, to be honest. I thought that I'd like collect a couple knives, maybe a wallet, a watch here or there, and it has thoroughly taken over my finances. But I love it. I enjoy it. I think anybody in the EDC community thoroughly enjoys this hobby, so I think the best way to start off is what I wear absolutely daily, no matter what, and that is my watch. I'll take it off so y'all can see it. This is, it started out to just be a work watch. I used to have an Apple Watch, which I actually have right here. So, started out, I think this is like the Series 1, honestly. Yeah, Series 1. I've had this thing since it came out. Still does fantastic. But my problem is that I work in a gym, and there are barbells and weights and lots of people around me 24/7, and I found myself just constantly knocking my wrist on things, and I've already shattered one of those screens. I don't want to shatter another one. So initially, I asked my fiance for this for Christmas, and she got it for me, but it was only meant to be a work watch. But then I fell in love with it. It is so simple, it's clean, it has the date, it has the time, it has the day, like the actual day of the week, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So this is a G-Shock. This is I do have to read this off because the numbers always trick me. A G-Shock DW5600. It's going to run you about $100. I think that is a fantastic price for this watch. I've hit this thing so many times. It has fallen off my wrist. My fault, not the watch's fault. I have swam in it, taken a shower, done anything with it, and it just, I'm gonna knock on some wood, it has not taken any damage so far. I think it's very easy to navigate. I think I really wanted to get into G-Shocks, but they're so large. I feel like you have to have a pretty thick wrist to get into some of the G-Shocks, but this one's just like the perfect size. I think it fits perfectly on my wrist. It sits very well. I read it very easily. The numbers are big enough because, let me tell you, if I'm doing a session, I don't want to have to stare at my watch super close to see what time it is. I want to be able to just kind of flick my wrist, see what time it is, and then just go about the session. So I thoroughly enjoy this watch. I would recommend it to absolutely anybody, especially if you're just getting into G-Shocks. I didn't want to spend a fortune. They can get up to like $200-300, and I didn't want to do that just yet. I wanted to make sure that I enjoyed them. And I did, so I do plan on picking up another one in the future. I want like an army green or something. I don't know, I really like this style. I'll probably stick with it. Probably won't get too much bigger than this, because like I said, I think it's just a little bit too big on my wrist, but this one is the perfect size, and I would recommend it to anybody, like I said. So that is my watch. It is my absolute everything. If I do not have it on, I feel naked without it. I am constantly looking at my wrist, so highly recommend. I think I should grab a G-Shock if you're into them. Moving on next, the second thing that is constantly with me is my wallet. I did take all of my cards out, you know, not trying to get scammed out here, but this is the Blackbird's money clip. This is just a basic leather wallet that they have. This is the, I think it's like gold flakes is what it's called on the website, because that is the logo in gold. These things are magnificent. I cannot recommend Blackbirds enough. This is my second wallet from them. I'm going to show y'all my first one. I just got this in Christmas. Again, the fiance hooked me up. She knows I'm very into this EDC stuff. But my very first wallet from them is this bad boy. I carried this. I got this not this past Christmas, but the one before. Look at the patina. It's beautiful. It's soft. It feels good. It's easy to pull in and out of your pockets. The cards just, they pop up so easily. Literally, look at that. The coloration. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with this pattern as well, but as you can tell, this one does not have a place for money, like cash. This is only a card holder, so I wanted to upgrade to the money clip. I don't always have cash with me, but when I do, I hate just having loose cash in my pockets, especially when I pull this thing out and then the cash comes with it, and it's just annoying, so I wanted to upgrade to this one, and it's already gotten some good patina on it. I changed my oil last weekend. She fell on the oil. But it's a part of the story, you know. I used to get really angry when I would like dirty up my stuff, but it's meant to be used. And that took me a long time to establish, because I tried to be just so cautious with it, but I'm learning to love the patina and the dirt and the grind. it's part of the story, you know, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So this is my wallet. I will link Blackbird's down below. This is a local company. It's a one dude shop. He is based out in Richmond, Virginia, and he's a super nice dude. He accommodated me so well. I do not live in Richmond, but I am, I guess, relatively close enough to Richmond that he shipped it for free. Didn't worry about it. Great guy. Could not recommend Blackbirds enough, so gonna link them down below. I will link everything down below. I've been having a hard time finding the watch, like this specific one, but I'll link one at least similar to it. It's really just the colorway that I cannot find, but if I do, I will link it down below. Third up are my keys. Obviously, I cannot get very far without my keys, so I don't like jangly keys like this. It really bothers me. But I have my truck keys on them, so just these two. And then I have a carabiner. I think this is Naitais is how you pronounce it. I went with the version so stupid. It's called the like version. It's just because it's a bottle opener. So it's a carabiner, but both sides are a bottle opener. I do really enjoy it. I use this thing all the time. Even if it's not just opening bottles, if I need to pry something. I don't try to use this to pry because I do have a pry bar. Same company, Naitais. This thing definitely would bend if like I try to pry too hard. It's not like great quality. It's a cheap one. That's what I wanted though. But it has a good little pry clip. And then it does have a Phillips on this side and another clip if I needed to attach something tiny onto it, but I do thoroughly enjoy both of these. Like I said, they're pretty cheap. I didn't want to get anything too crazy expensive. I'm not super into the carabiners or even the pry bars. Would I carry one? Absolutely, I do daily, but I'm bad. I use my knife if I need to pry anything, or like my fingers. I'll try to like stick my fingernails underneath there, which I know is what a pry bar is for. You should not do that, but I find myself doing it all too often. But I will say, for a perfect example of when you should have a pry bar is, I was at a friend's yesterday, her sunglasses broke, I tried to twist it with my knife, but I couldn't get in there. This would have been perfect. I would have been able to easily tighten her sunglasses for her, but I did not have my keys, and that is quite alright. But yes, this is my key set. So, Naitais, think I'm saying that right. The bottle opener and the pry bar, both I think cost me together less than 30 bucks. It was super cheap. Found it at the Home Depot. It was good for what it is. Okay, that is my key set. Moving on to what I know everybody is most excited for. This is going to be a kind of a two-part because I have two knives here. Now, I just want to say this one won. This is my daily carry. This is the Civivi Brazen, I think you pronounce it. I might be butchering the name, sorry if I am, but it is a flipper. I really enjoy flippers. It's quick action. That's what I enjoy. But I've been using this thing. Hopefully you can see. You can see all the scratches on this blade. I use this thing daily, but let me tell you, she's sharp. She came out of the box sharp. She has stayed sharp. Let me tell you, I use a knife for mainly two reasons. One, I'm opening packages, getting a thread off my shirt, something like that. And the other 95% of the time, I'm opening shotguns with this. That is my main use for a knife. I told y'all I'm gonna be honest, so all of these scratches are from an aluminum can. I know that I should not use my knife like that, but it is why I bought them. It is so that I can have something sharp that I can puncture things with if I need to. And like I said with the wallet, at first I really didn't want to mess up my knives, especially with opening shotguns or, you know, like cutting paper and cardboard is just not great for them, but I bought it to be used. I did not buy it to sit in my shelf. That's what I did. I have a Civivi Elementum. That was the first nice knife I ever got, and I barely used it because I was so scared of damaging it, and I realize now how stupid that was and how big of a waste it was of a knife. They're meant to be used. They're not meant to sit on a shelf. Unless you buy something, you know, if you buy a $1,000 knife, don't open a shotgun with it. But other than that, this is a $60 knife, but I'm absolutely obsessed with it. The G10 handles are just, it's beautiful. I absolutely love this thing. And honestly, a lot of people ask me, does it glow in the dark? I have not found that it glows in the dark, if you were wondering in the comments. But the only thing that I would change about this is I hate. So here's the clip. Alright, so sitting in my pocket, I pull it up. I don't like that I have to flip it, then flip the knife open. I want to just be able to pull it up and just go. You know, that's what I prefer. That was my one setback with this knife. I do believe that I can change the carry on it. I think that I might be able to flip it, but I don't really know. I know that there's going to be a right hand and a left hand, but I don't know if I can flip it completely. Other than that, it is a perfect knife. I absolutely love this thing. I think the colorway is sick. I think the blade is sick. It is a big knife. Here's it compared to my hand. So a large knife, if you don't like this big, definitely want to get this one, but I very much so enjoy this knife. Now, like I said in the beginning of this little clip, I had a competition with it. So here is the Civivi Brazen that won. I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this one. My option 2, I guess you would say, was the Spyderco Tenacious. Now, she's a beast. I think everybody and their mom in the EDC world has this knife, mainly because it's a fun one. You can Spidey flick it, which it is known for. You can thumb it, which it is known for. There's so many ways to open it. It's a fun knife. It is a fidgety knife, and like I said, I think if you're in the EDC community, you have this knife and you sit there and you just flick it all day long. That's what I do. But here's why I did not win. Because this knife is sharp. Like I said, it's fun to play with. It is fun to flick up, and it's great. Like I said, sharp. But when it sits in your pocket, that is a wide knife. When you compare these two, it is the Civivi is hidden behind it because this thing is so thick. And I found myself, I love to sit with my hands in my pockets, and I would put this bad boy in my pocket, and then I try to stick my hand in there, and it's too thick. I felt my hand just like rubbing up against this thing 24/7, and now it's more of a bag knife for me. Anywhere that I go that I have like a book bag or like a fanny pack or crossbody, something like that, I will toss this in there because it's not taking up any space. But I love this knife so much, and I was so stoked when I got it. I practiced the Spidey flick for so long. It took me so long to figure out the Spidey flick. But I will say, you can still thumb the Civivi. It's not as fun, no. But if Spyderco, maybe they do. Maybe I just haven't found the right one. If Spyderco could just cut this like in half. And I know the whole point of that you want this circle. Like that is what they are known for. I get that, but it's just not comfortable in the pocket in my opinion. It's a great desk knife for me to just like flick up and down all day long, but it's not perfect for me. It might be perfect for you. I do love this colorway. I am not like a huge black and brown person combination, but I think that just something about it just goes together. And I think this is a great looking knife. It's a fun knife. If you are just getting into knives, I think that this is a really good one to kind of learn how to flick knives on. Before this one, I couldn't really thumb any other knife. It did take me a little bit of practice with this one in order to figure out how to do it on other ones, but it's a good knife. I definitely don't hate it, and I definitely use it all the time still, but when it came down to it, this one did beat it out. I like the length, I like the grip, I love this knife, so. And like I said, for 60 bucks, this is a steal. Like, this is a good old knife, but that is my current everyday carry for 2022. Cannot believe that we are already into 2022, pretty heavily into 2022, but I wanted to carry this stuff before I made this video, because I didn't want to just like carry it and then next week I switch it back up, but I've been carrying this stuff for majority of 2022. Like I said, I got the wallet in December, got the knife in December. They have not left my pocket since. I've actually been carrying this since October when I got my truck. I went and got all of this stuff, so this is since October. Everything else is December. Haven't changed it. Thoroughly enjoy it. Speaking of, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. We are posting weekly. Thank y'all so much, by the way, for all the love and support on the recent videos. I know this channel is new. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. I truly do. Turn that bell on so you get all my post notifications, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.